What's up, guys? So I'm back with another Wi-Fi battle, and this is an OU match against a random passerby guy named the Orbiter, and I just saw this thing and it said Battle of the Orbiter, so it sounded like he had a big ego or something, so I felt like battling him, and it turned out to be a good battle with good mons. So my team is Hydreigon, Breloom, Volcarona, Mega Scizor, Rotom Wash, and Lantern, and his team is Cloyster, Fortress, Gengar, Tyranitar, his Noivern, and Rotom Heat. So I've got a couple surprises on my team that I'll let you guys know about once they happen, because it's no fun telling you about them now. And this was one of the very few passerby battles that actually turned out to be a quality match with the right tiers and stuff. So looking at his team, I can only guess that Fortress is a physical wall and his Rotom Heat is a special wall, but nothing's certain because I'm definitely running some different stuff on my team. So he's going to lead off with his Rotom here, and I'm going to be leading off with my Hydreigon, and I'm going to go straight for the Outrage because I'm a physical choice Scarfed Hydreigon, because Stab, Outrage, and Crunch does a lot of damage. So based on that damage, I know that that's probably some sort of choiced offensive Rotom, because a bulky Rotom would have taken that a little nicer. As now he went straight for the Volt Switch, as that's going to let him go into his Fortress, and unfortunately I'm going to get the 3-turn Outrage, which is going to allow him to set up a Stealth Rock as well as a Spike, because an Outrage on a Fortress is going to do absolutely nothing, because 4A has way too much defense. So this Outrage hits again, and like I said, really too bad that I got the 3-turn, as he's going to get that Spike and the Rocks up. So now my Volcarona is in trouble, because I could just bring it straight in and start messing up his team, except for the fact that I don't want to waste a turn roosting up when I have the chance, when I can do other stuff. So I go into my Scizor here, which is this is my bulky defensive Mega Scizor, as he's going to go into his Rotom Heat here as he pulled the double, and I do not want to stay in here and take an overheat from this thing, because I know my Scizor can't KO it. I know for sure that it can't KO before Mega Evolving since it has no attack, so I just go into my Squishy, which can sponge that overheat really nicely, and at this point I'm just figuring he's definitely Scarfed or Specs, so he's going to switch out here, and he's going to go into his Noivern here, as I went for the Scald, which is fine because I have the chance to get the burn, and I do get the burn on the Scald, which is really nice for Noiverns because they generally don't carry Roost, and whittling them down is really handy, especially if they have things like Life Orb. And he goes for the Draco Meteor here, which is going to do a sizable amount because Draco Meteor is just really strong, as luckily Lantern is able to live that and throw out a T-Bolt, and that's a crit, so that means he's going to go down in 2 to 3 more turns of burn, as he does show that he's not Life Orb, so I can only assume that he's probably Choice Specs or Scarf or something like that, maybe even Expert Belt, but something that doesn't take Life Orbs. So now I'm going to switch into my Scizor because I kind of figure that a Draco's coming here, and I was fairly certain that he was probably some sort of choice Noivern, but I did not want to take the risk and get hit with a Flamethrower because I don't think my Scizor could live that. So I just went for the really safe Bullet Punch, as he is going to go into his Fortress, which is completely fine with me, as I'm going to get the free Mega Evolution here, and like I said, I'm just going for the Bullet Punch, which is going to do nothing to this Fortress, especially since I don't have any attack invested. So, but what this does allow me to do is it gives me a free turn to Defog, as he doesn't know how to Defog, so he's going to go for a Spike, and had I gone for the Defog before, he could have went for a Stealth Rocks, but it doesn't really matter. So I get the Defog off as he layers up another Spike, as that's not a big deal for my Volcarona, which is the main reason why I had to get rid of his hazards, and also for my Breloom, which has a Sash, which didn't really play a role in this game actually. So I'm able to bring in my Volcarona, which only takes that 1 Spike, and he pulls the double into his Rotom, and he outspeeds me, so I definitely know this is a Scarf set. And I'm going to set up a Quiver Dance right here, and I know that I can outspeed him and go for a Roost, and even if he did somehow outspeed me, I would still be able to live that Thunderbolt thanks to Corporate Dance +1. So that Thunderbolt doesn't do much, and I checked, and it did less than the amount I had before I roosted. So I'm able to put up another Quiver Dance here, so I'm +2. And here he goes for another T-Bolt, and now he really nicely predicts my roost here as he goes into his Tyranitar. And this was a nice play on his part, as I do go for the roost. And what I should have done is I should have seen that I was playing kind of predictable and either gone for a Bug Buzz or gone for the Fiery Dance and hope for a boost, because either one would have easily killed that Rotom Heat at +2. So now I'm going to be able to go for the Bug Buzz, but thanks to the Sandstorm, I'm not going to be able to knock this thing out. Maybe he's Assault Vested, because, I mean, it's still +1, basically. Bug Buzz is really powerful. But anyways, I lose my Volcarona, so that's my first death of this game, as I bring in my Scizor here, and I'm just going to go for the Bullet Punch. Thought about roosting up, but I didn't want to, but I kind of figured that this T-Tar might be able to outspeed me, and I did not want to lose my Scizor yet, because a lot of his Pokemon have been worn down, which can be knocked out by my Scizor and my Braylon, which both carry priority. So I go for the Bullet Punch, and I didn't expect it to kill. I thought maybe I could get a crit or something, as he is able to knock me out, and my Bullet Punch did nothing at all. So now he's going to go into his Gengar here, as this thing does show the Black Sludge, so that means it's probably going to be the sub-disable set. So I kind of had that in mind, as obviously he's afraid of an Outrage or a Crunch, so he's just going to go into his Rotom as Death Fodder, as I lock myself into Crunch. So he knows that I'm Choice Scarred, because there's no other way that I will have been able to outspeed his Rotom Heat without any speed boost. So now he goes into his Cloyster, and Cloyster has a lot of great natural bulk. He's got like 185, so he knows I can't touch him, and he's going to go straight for the Icicle Spear, fearing that I may stay in and hit him while he goes for a Shell Smash. So this Icicle Spear is going to do just under half to my Rotom, and he's not going to risk me being scarfed and taking a T-Bolt to the face, as I just go for the Thunderbolt. And this is an offensive Assault Vested Rotom wash, which actually I don't have any HP invested in this thing, which is kind of foolish for me, but I just took a special sweeping one and gave it an Assault Vest, and it works kind of well. So Rotom's able to pick up a KO on that Fortress, as now he goes into his Noivern here, and I know even though I'm Assault Vest, I can take that hit. I do not want to get any extra damage on my Rotom, because I need it at enough HP so that I can take a Shadow Ball or Sludge Bomb from that Gengar, and then I'm able to knock it out. So since that Noivern is burned, thanks to my Lantern, I can just fodder this thing off, knowing that unless he went for a U-turn, the burn will take him out this turn, as now it's a double down, and I'm able to get a free switch into whatever I want. So here, my best switch in was Rotom, as I'm able to go into it, and he does show the sub, so I know this thing's sub-disable, as I go for the Dark Pulse, and here he still does not know that I am not a choice set, so I figured that he would go for the disable, thinking that I'd be locked into Dark Pulse, or just go for the Dark Pulse again, but I could not take that risk, and if I went for another Dark Pulse, that'd be a choke on my behalf. So I went for the T-Bolt, and he just lives, and thanks to my Assault Vest, I can live that. And now I'm going to go for the Charge Beam, because I didn't want to risk a disable again, even though that wouldn't work. I was just playing super duper ultra safe, as I'm able to get the +1 on the Charge Beam, which now he goes into his this guy, and I just go for that +1 T-Bolt, and that's going to knock him out. The only way he could have won is if he somehow lived that T-Bolt, because he wasn't sashed, go for a Shell Smash, and then proceed to kill my team, and he'd have to land a Rock Blast on my Rotom, or maybe he wouldn't. But anyways, that was a good game, and the screen went blank. So thanks for watching, guys. Hope you enjoyed, and I'll try and get some more variety in my battles soon, but I've just been kind of doing OU stuff, so stay tuned for more stuff. Have a good night, and Murk out.